What is Django web routing and how does it work? Imagine you're sending a letter and you want it to reach the right person. In web development, this is similar to how a website knows where to send a visitor. When someone types a URL into their browser, the web server needs to figure out which part of the website should handle that request. That's where Django web routing comes into play. Django is a popular web framework built with Python, and routing is how it directs incoming web requests to the right code. Think of it as a map that tells Django which function or class should respond when a specific URL is visited. This process starts with URL patterns, which are like rules that match URL to functions. These patterns are usually written in a file called URLs, py inside your project or app folder. When a user visits a website, Django's URL dispatcher takes the URL and compares it to the list of patterns. It checks each pattern one by one until it finds a match. Once it finds the right pattern, it calls the associated view. Views are just Python functions or classes that process the request and send back a response, like an HTML page or some data in JSON format. Django's routing system also supports dynamic URL. This means parts of the URL can change and be captured as variables. For example, if you have a blog, you might want URL like blog5 or blog10. You can set up a pattern like path, blog/int, post ID/ views blog detail, where int, post ID captures the number after blog and passes it to the view as a variable called posted. To keep things organized, Django allows naming each URL pattern. This makes it easier to refer to URL elsewhere in your code. You can also group URL by app using namespaces, which helps avoid conflicts when your project grows larger. Most Django projects have a main URLs py file that includes URL configurations from different apps. This modular setup keeps routing clear and manageable as your project gets bigger. For example, you might define a URL pattern like path. Views home name is equal to home to connect the root URL to a home page view. Or path blog/int, post ID/ views blog detail name is equal to blog detail for individual blog posts. When someone visits blog5, Django finds the pattern, calls the blog detail view, and passes posted as 5. In simple terms, Django web routing is the system that links URL to Python code that handles requests. It works by defining rules that tell Django where to send each request, making your website organized and easy to expand. This setup allows developers to build clean, scalable web applications with Python, making sure visitors see the right pages based on the URL they enter.